what's behind the coffee.
The machine you choose defines what you can do with coffee.
If you want to be big, you need to work with big people.
Learn about the champions.
Explore yourself.
Give everything in a simple coffee cup.
2 days with their head full of new knowledge.
Champions Hub is motivation for me.
Champion Hubs is amazing.
Amazing. Amazing.
In this trip, we drink some very great coffee. It can be fruity, aromatic. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
But I think this actually changed my opinion of Brazilian coffee. Things like be able to gather all these nice farmers together, and also provides great trip.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a fantastic.
Yeah. I can start already? Okay. Hola. No? Good? Yeah, perfect. Time. Hello judges, welcome. My name is Junior and I'm really happy to be here with you today. Now, I will talk to you from the perspective of a barista, a roaster, but especially a producer, as I come from a coffee producer family. My story begins in Peru, where I've been working closely with other producers, improving uniformity and consistency in coffee through one of the more relevant stages, the fermentation process, and also understanding the principal precursors of flavors and aromas, the acids, which is my topic of focus for today. Coffee is an organic product, therefore coffee will always be consistently inconsistent due to natural causes such as climate changing, disease, the loss of minerals in soil, and aging of coffee trees, and human impact after farming, particularly during fermentation process, where coffee gains its complexity. To make fermentation happen, two main factors are required, time and temperature, and through this stage, complex reaction of microbial metabolites occurs. And there are external variables affecting the uniformity and consistency of the coffee, which we must be aware of and control in order to maximize the attributes of the coffee. So, now, I'm really excited to show and explain to you the improvement we made on the fermentation tanks. For that, I will need your full attention, as this is the first connection between origin, roasting, and brewing. If you look at here, you can see a diagram of a rectangular prism, which represents the traditional fermentation tank, and an inner sphere. This represents the heat that is produced by the coffee during the fermentation time. As initially, the heat occurs in the center, and it spreads outwards. As you can see, this sphere does not reach the corners, where 30% of the coffee is located. These beans are not gaining the temperature necessary to allow the main microorganisms to be developed and complete the fermentation, creating an inconsistent fermentation process, which will result in a low score in uniformity at the cupping table. So, we came up with the idea to build a new tanks to address these issues by replacing them for round tanks and place them underground to have a more stable temperature throughout the day. With this change of the design, we achieve more consistency during fermentation and more uniformity in the cup, as well as remaining affordable and easy to replicate for the producers. Now, judges, I will serve you a coffee that 4 years ago was not even considered a specialty. But now, after all these improvements, this coffee deserves to be served on a stage. If you could please write down the flavor profile of my espressos. Medium to high sweetness, medium to high acidity, low bitterness. Please look for notes of red apple, grapefruit, apricot, with a medium body, juicy mouthfeel, and long-lasting sweet aftertaste. Judges, here are the menus of all the drinks that I will be serving today. Please feel free to take them with you later. I'll start making your espressos and also while I'm telling you more about this coffee and also the roasting. Excuse me. So for my espressos, I'm using a ratio 1:2. Just spin it up. 20 grams in, 40 grams out. The coffee I'm using today is from north of Peru, region of Cajamarca. Percy Pintado is the producer, and Jose Rivera is the man behind this project. This farm is located at 1900 meters above the sea level. The variety is Red Bourbon. It's a wash process fermented in a round tank, which we call Willow process. The next stage is roasting. This is where important physical and chemical changes lead to the development of the characteristic of roasted coffee. Also, through this stage, time and temperature plays a crucial role unlocking the potential of green coffee. Please, judges, have a look at the board in front of you, which shows the development of the principal precursors of flavors and aromas, the acids, during roasting. The green line represents a group of acids, chlorogenic, citric, and malic, that originates from the plant itself. The red line represents the acetic and lactic acid, which are formed during the process. The yellow line represents the quinic and caffeic acid, which are formed during the roasting as chlorogenic acid breaks down. Overall, the concentration of the acid will increase during roasting. Giving complexity to my coffee. This is for my signature beverage. I'll be back to this later. This is a medium roast coffee, roasted 8 days ago. With this roast profile, I'll achieve the flavors that you will find in my espressos. Please, judges, before you drink, stir at least 6 times and use the ceramic next to you to deposit your dirty spoons. Here you are. Enjoy. Enjoy. This is for you. Enjoy. And for you. Enjoy. Judges, enjoy your espressos. I'll be back shortly with your cappuccinos. For my cappuccino, judges, I'm using the same ratio, 1 to 2. 20 grams in, 40 grams out. Espresso to milk, a ratio of 1 to 6. I'm using milk with 3.6% of fat content and 4.5 sugar content. And also, I steam it at 60 degrees to maximize the sweetness in my cappuccinos. and also for a silky texture in your mouthfeel perception. Please, I just look, in my cappuccinos, look for lime cheesecake, milk chocolate, and coconuts. A medium body, silky texture, and long-lasting sweet aftertaste. Enjoy. You are? Enjoy. There you are. Enjoy. Just once again, look for this nice lime cheesecake. Milk chocolate. And coconuts. You want enjoy? Judges, enjoy your cappuccinos. I'll get ready for my signature beverage. So judges, as I believe that the principal precursors of flavors and aromas are the sugar, proteins, and acids, I decided to use one main ingredient as a matter for my signature beverage in order to produce bacteria and develop acids during fermentation that will bring new flavors and aromas and give complexity to my drink. I'm using apples, two different varieties, Granny Smith, green apple, and Pink Lady, a red apple. The green apple contains two predominant non-volatile acids, malic and citric, giving my drink a crisp fruitiness and a vibrant tart flavor. The red apple contains higher sucrose level to produce more acetic acid during fermentation, giving my drink acidity and sweetness. So, my first ingredient is a combination of green and red fresh pressed apple juice. My second ingredient, my first is a green pressed apple juice, 20 grams. This will give this nice sweetness, the nice acidity and vibrant tart flavor. My second ingredient is the same combination, but I have fermented for 24 hours. I have fermented for 24 hours to avoid the acids. I have fermented for 24 hours to cut the fermentation and also to avoid any bacteria. 20 grams. My third ingredient is the same combination, but it's a syrup, reduced for 1 hour in a low heat. 15 grams. My fourth ingredient is a syrup, cold syrup made out of sancho pepper, a Japanese pepper. I will blend for 7 seconds. So judges, in the first sip, you will have an explosion of grapefruit. As a result of the fermented apple. In the second sip, pomegranate and lime finish. Please, enjoy. Enjoy. Iwa, enjoy. Judges, thanks for being here. Time.
Welcome back, everybody, at the World Barista Championship 2018 here in Amsterdam.
Absolutely.
We're on stage with the last three competitors.
Yes,
Marcus, who's standing next to you?
Let's start with the competitor that was at station number 1, representing Sweden, Matt Winton. Round of applause, please, for Matt. Very well done, Matt. Your performance was very unique in that you focus quite a bit on all of the sensory components of tasting coffee, both visual, audio, and of course taste. Talk to us a little bit about what you did to prepare in your presentation and maybe even some components that the audience or those at home couldn't see.
Yeah, absolutely. So I worked hand in hand with Dr. Fabiana Cavallo. She's at the University of Sao Paulo. She's a neuroscientist and she deals exclusively with specialty coffee and sensory perception and sensory science. She was a huge help for this entire presentation. She helped me design all of the layouts. Pretty much everything that was on stage was specifically designed to increase a taste or a flavour.
Wow.
Yeah, so there was some orange discs that the judges touched to help increase the perception of blood orange acidity. There was fabric that helped increase the almond milk and velvety, creamy mouthfeel.
Mm-hmm.
And then over in the signature drink course, we sort of topped it all off. We had touch, sight, and then sound. And we had headsets. There was one side which had a high-pitched, tingly sort of sound, which increased the vibrancy of that drink. And the other side had a lower bass note, wooden sort of sounds.
Yeah.
And in these differences, along with the table layout, the settings, the glasses in particular, it had a huge impact on taste. One was dark chocolate, the other one was bright orange, and they were exactly the same drink.
And as you were getting to know your coffee and become more familiar with that taste profile, were you changing the colors, the fabrics, the audio to really adapt to that coffee's particular flavor?
Yeah, so the coffee itself, once we had it roasted and we had a general idea of what it was going to taste like, mostly stayed the same.
Great.
My roaster, Joanna from Drop Coffee, she did such a great job of keeping it consistent. And this coffee, I chose a Wash Couture. It's a very cheap coffee. It was not anything crazy with the processing. It was just a great example of excellent farming and a traceability where the external factors could be seen to increase quality. And that led us with just a solid coffee that had stability. It tasted the same whether it was a 24-second shot or a 30-second shot. It was such an amazing thing to work with.
Executed well. Anyone that you want to thank either here with you today or back home?
Oh, everyone. There's so many people. It'd be too hard to. Fabiana, Professor Charles Spence at the University of Oxford. He did a lot of this research. And my helper, Pierre, Joanna, the team from Switzerland, they are incredible. The team from Colombia, they've helped me out a lot as well. Just everyone here. It's so amazing to be here.
Great. One more round of applause, please. Representing Sweden, Matt Winton.
And next to Matt, we have Massimo Santoro from France.
Woo!
That's nice. You did a good job there.
Massimo, I think that's the first time I've ever seen someone make the judges put on some chapstick or lipstick. It's very, very interesting. How did you design your specialty beverage?
I decided to create the lipstick to create a decomposed drink, and just for this, and another, I don't know.
It was very, very unique.
Thank you so much.
Very unique. How did you prepare for your national championships and then the world championships? How did you prepare differently?
It's the same signature drink. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Awesome. Yeah. Great. Well, anyone that you wanted to thank here with you today or back home in France?
Sorry? My family, BBS company, all sponsor, and my girlfriend.
Perfect. One more round of applause, please, for Massimo Santoro, representing France.
All right. Last but not least on these three is, let me scroll back to pronounce it right, Junior Vargas Otero from Austria. You got some crowd there.
Yeah, I was just really close from here, so.
That's nice, right? Woo! Does it put a lot of pressure on your shoulders to see all the people
they were
here?
standing on top of me, I think. But it was a nice feeling, actually, yeah.
Did you enjoy yourself here on stage?
Oh, yeah. It was really nice. I really enjoyed a lot to be there, and as experience, I think, as well. I think it's very, very important, and yeah, I really had a good time there.
Good. We
Even
like
with
to
a lot
hear
of
that.
stress.
Good. And I can read here that you grew up on a coffee farm.
Originally I'm from Peru.
Yes.
I'm based in Vienna for a couple of years already. And I'm trying to work this time a little bit with the farm as well. Trying to do all the change, like origin, roasting, and brewing.
Yes.
There's a lot of things going on in the farm, and so I try to focus more in fermentation process and bacteria, all those things. So this takes time to explain and to make understandable. So since I had some issues in the nationals, not being clear, I was clear here, but it takes time. So, but it was amazing. So I think I did a good job. So I hope.
I think the audience agrees with you over there.
Yeah, my team is there.
You want to thank them? Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was actually stand. Yeah, there's the Gotha team is my company as well. So they are.
I don't hear them right now,
yeah,
though.
all Vienna. There is I don't know if I will say, but Patrick, he is my main sponsor. Thanks very much for making this possible. All the other friends that stay there. My wife, my friend Nina, Madeline, Daniel. I can't mention. If I forget someone, just hi. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Great.
Please give it up one more time for Junior Vargas Otero from Austria. All right, and we have to continue straight to our next three competitors to make sure
we're
we're
going to go
on
right
time.
to our next three competitors. Thank you so much, gentlemen. We appreciate it.
Thanks for being here, guys.
Well done.
All right, Marcus.
I'll just double
nice.
mic it
yeah,
here.
Sure.
Just to make sure that you guys can hear me nice and loud.
All right, so we continue with the next one.
We're going to go right into it.
Just go.
What's behind the coffee?
The machine you choose defines what you can do with coffee.
If you want to be big, you need to work with big people.
Learn about the champions.
Explore yourself.
Live everything in a simple coffee cup.
2 days with their head full of new knowledge.
Champions Hub is motivation for me.
Champion Hubs is amazing.
Amazing. Amazing. In this trip, we drink some very great coffee. It can be fruity, aromatic. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
But I think this actually changed my opinion of Brazilian coffee. We really things like coffee to be able to like gather all these nice farmers together and also provide such great trip.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a fantastic trip.
what's behind the coffee.
The machine you choose defines what you can do with coffee.
If you want to be big, you need to work with big people.
Learn about the champions.
Explore yourself.
Leave everything in a simple coffee company.
2 days with their head full of new knowledge.
Champions Hub is motivation for me.
Champion Hubs is amazing.
Amazing. Amazing. In this trip, we drink some very great coffee. It can be fruity, aromatic. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
But I think this actually changed my opinion of Brazilian coffee. We really think the Lai coffee to be able to gather all these nice farmers together and also provide such great trip.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a fantastic trip.
behind the coffee.
The machine you choose defines what you can do with coffee.
If you want to be big, you need to work with big people.
Learn about the champions.
Explore yourself.
Give everything in a simple coffee cup.
2 days with their head full of new knowledge.
Champions Hub is motivation for me.
Champion Hubs is amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing. In this trip, we drink some very great coffee. It can be fruity, aromatic. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
But I think this actually changed my opinion of Brazilian coffee. We really think the Lai coffee to be able to gather all these nice farmers together and also provide such great trip.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a fantastic trip.
what's behind the coffee.
The machine you choose defines what you can do with coffee.
If you want to be big, you need to work with big people.
Learn about the champions.
Explore yourself.
Give everything in a simple coffee cup.
2 days with their head full of new knowledge.
Champions Hub is motivation for me.
Champion Hubs is amazing.
Amazing. Amazing.
Time. My name is Mathieu. Welcome Alexander, Kasia, Philippe and Sunny. As you know, to make amazing coffee, the quality of each step is very important. The right variety, the right process, the right roasting curve and the right brew recipe. But I discovered there is something more to increase the overall experience. The right emotion can bring a fantastic coffee to an extraordinary coffee experience. And I know it because I practice it every day in my coffee shop. I explain the flavors of each sip to my customer so they're mindful about their espresso. I make them very comfortable with a rich and creamy milk beverage. And finally, I regularly surprise my customer with signature drink, something they've never seen before. So guys, you've understood. I'm going to play those three emotions with you. So first, mindfulness with the espresso. Second, comfort with the milk beverage. And third, surprise with the signature drink. But to succeed with emotion, we need to build trust and relationship. That's why I stopped you here without any table, so that you get to know me and I get to know you first by your name. So please, dear judges, have a seat at the table. You will find coffee information, and I will tell you more about me so that we can start building the relation. Thank you. I choose a coffee from Costa Rica, from the Tarazu region, from a farm named Tito Lidio. It's a Caturra and Red Catuai variety, grown at 1,800 meters. I choose this coffee for its innovative process. It's a natural anaerobic fermentation. That means the pulp, the mucilage, and the seeds have been sealed in a tank for 20 hours. The lack of oxygen accelerates cells fermentation, producing new notes like cinnamon. On the cupping table, I had cinnamon, orange, and plum. I also choose this coffee for its innovative drying process. They use a static dryer room. They dry the coffee 6 days at 40 degrees. The key here is the stability of the temperature that preserves the volatile oil. On the cupping table, I had aromas of cinnamon and orange. Alright guys, let me tell you more about me. I used to work as an engineer, managing energy consumption for building, houses and offices. And one day, one of my customers was a specialty coffee shop, and the barista served me a coffee I will never forget. He explained to me the flavors of each sip. At that moment, I felt in a different world. I was mindful about my espresso, enjoying every sip. That made that coffee an unforgettable moment. So I want to reproduce that experience with you guys. So I'm going to guide you through the entire experience. In front of you, you have menu with tasting notes for each course. So please, turn to the next page for the espresso. Lauro, for you. Thank you. Today, I'm dosing 19 grams in, 40 grams out in 20 seconds to give you a balanced cup. The coffee has aroma of cinnamon, orange. On the first sip, you will get flavors of cinnamon and orange again. On the second sip, you will get cinnamon and plum. It's a medium-high body. It's a round and smooth mouthfeel. Sorry. And it's a long aftertaste of cinnamon and molasses. That reminds me like a molasses cookie. So guys, I'm going to ask you to evaluate the crema, stir 5 times and wait for my instruction. And this is the vessel for your spoon after use. Alright guys, the emotion for the espresso is mindfulness. So let's be mindful about the espresso. Take the cup with one hand, close your eyes and listen my voice. So you've looked at the coffee, let's smell the coffee. So take the cup towards your nose and smell the beautiful aroma of cinnamon and orange. Then take your first sip, still with your closed eyes, and you will get the cinnamon and the orange and the round mouthfeel. Take a second sip, and you will get again the cinnamon, but then this time plum. And as the liquid goes into your throat, remain a long aftertaste of cinnamon and molasses. Take a few more seconds before opening your eyes, then open your eyes, and then turn to the next page for the meal beverage. Thank you. All right, guys, ready for the meal beverage? So to me, milk forward to comfort. When I'm sad or when I'm having a bad day, I really enjoy a rich and creamy milk beverage. With this coffee, it also reminds me of my childhood and my grandmother, where she would do a hot milk with cinnamon on a very cold winter. So to achieve that experience, I've designed my milk, and I will tell you more in a minute. But first, let me tell you my recipe. 19 grams in, 42 grams out in 20 seconds, and I'm gonna add 80 ml of milk to give you a harmonious cup. For the flavor descriptors, please write down cinnamon, caramel, butter. It reminds me like a cinnamon bun. I'm steaming to 50 degrees to highlight the cinnamon, the caramel note. So first, let me cool down the signature drink shot and I come back to you. So the emotion for the milk beverage is comfort. To achieve it, I designed my milk, and you must wonder what I've done. So it's time to reveal the secret. So Alexander, you're first. I froze my milk for 24 hours and defrosted for 4 hours, removing 50% of the water. And that, Alexander, is going to give you this rich and creamy mouthfeel. For you. Now, another way of looking at it is that I've increased the bricks. Originally, that milk has a 12% bricks, but with that method, I increase it to 19%. So that, Kasia, is going to give you this amazing sweetness. But I didn't stop here. I cooked that milk sous vide at 80 degrees for 1 hour, starting a caramelization and Maillard reaction, very similar like roasting. So that, Philippe, is going to give you this amazing caramel note that matched so well Tito Lidio natural and aerobic fermentation. The roast also had to be adjusted, Sonny. Because of this natural and aerobic fermentation process, we had to roast a hybrid curve between washed and natural. So it starts like a natural and it finished like a washed, with a development time of 1 minute 27 to preserve the sweetness and the flavors. For you, Sonny. Once you're done with your milk beverage evaluation, please turn to the next page for the signature drink. For your last emotion, I want to surprise you both visually and in your palate, and I'm really excited about it. So last emotion is surprise. Tito Lidio natural and aerobic fermentation produces new notes like cinnamon and complex acidity like malic. So I'm also going to reveal new notes and new acidity in my signature drink. So first, I'm taking the 4 shots of espresso. I'm adding 2 ml of apple vinegar. This contains malic and acetic acids, and that's going to peach. I'm adding 5 grams of sugar. I'm injecting nitrogen to give you a creamy mouthfeel on your first sip. Second, really excited about this. Taking 4 shots of espresso, 1 gram of calcium lactate, and freeze it 24 hours. Now, I have had 2 grams of vanilla bean. The vanilla and the cinnamon together will create a new note of cola. Now, to complete the experience, I've taken that espresso drop sitting on a sodium arginate bed creates a membrane that makes the espresso drop. And to complete it, I've carbonated 2 hours on a stainless steel container, similar like the natural anaerobic fermentation produces CO2. And that I'm gonna ask you to come closer. It's gonna give you this pop and fizzy mouthfeel in your palate. Like this. I'm really excited to show you this for the first time. So guys, the Senator drink will be enjoyed in 2 sips at ambient temperature. The first sip, a creamy mouthfeel with a note of cinnamon, orange, and peach. Second sip. Please tilt the glass until you get 1 espresso drop. You're gonna have a fizzy and pop mouthfeel with flavors of cinnamon, cola, and vanilla. All right. Enjoy. Enjoy. Oh, sorry. For your very last emotion, Alexander, Kasia, Philippe, Sunny, it was my pleasure to share this moment with you. Time!
If we're opting to make the best cup of coffee, we need the water quality to be there.
The water is, I'd say, the most complex thing to learn about.
We roast coffee, we train our customers, we maintain their machinery, but we also serve great coffee, great food.
Pentair has been perfecting water filtration for more than 80 years. We're your water partner. That's why roasters, wholesalers, and baristas around the world choose Pentair for their perfect water.
That's why we use the Pentair products, because we get reliable, repeatable, effective results.
They've had people come to our facility twice now to help you decide what is the best way to clean the water and make sure that your equipment's going to last.
It's really easy to control the Evapure filter.
It solves all our problems.
Judges shaking their hands. Welcome back to the 2018 World Barista Championships here in Amsterdam. We have three amazing barista competitors to talk to right now. Now that their routine is over, they've had some whiskey and alcohol and now they're all set, right? Everyone's loosened up, right?
You can relax now, right? Let's start with our first competitor who was on station 1, Aldrin Lumaban from the Philippines. Give it up for him, yeah? So Aldrin, how did it go?
Hello? Yeah. That was fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the routine. Judges is like smiling. Yeah. It was fun, yeah.
This is your second WBC already?
Yes, this is my second time.
And do you feel more at ease now, more comfortable on stage, or is it the same?
The first year is I can feel the nerves like everywhere. But now it's more relaxed.
Yeah.
I can feel the presence of the judges. I most enjoy the presentation this year than
That's
2 years
good.
ago, yeah.
That's
we call
better,
that your sophomore year, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
the second year back. How did you prepare differently this year compared to last year?
The 2 years ago in Seattle, we have a very, I think this year is more prepared in terms of coffee choices. There's so many good coffee this year and last year, and we got so many samples of coffees. And then we got one of the best, I think, from Colombia in La Palma. We really love that coffee. Yeah, I think more in the preparation for coffee.
Well done. Lots of great tasty coffees to choose from, right?
Yeah.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah. But also it's quite hard for a barista choice. Yeah.
So I have a different question. How is the coffee in the Philippines at the moment? Is the coffee industry growing? Is it specialty coffee coming up?
Yeah, there's a lot of coffee now that like a mushroom just like pop up everywhere. And then the community there is getting bigger and bigger compared 3 years ago, 4 years ago. We're having more coffee roaster and coffee shop owners to want to open their own shop. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yep.
Thank you so much for being here.
One more round of applause.
Give it up one more time for Aldrin Lumaban from the Philippines.
And our next competitor who is at station number 2, please put your hands together representing Italy, Davide Cavalieri. Davide.
Hello.
How do you feel?
Now really good.
Now I feel okay.
Yeah.
You have been competing in Italy for, you told me, 8 years.
Unfortunately, yes. Or fortunately, I don't know.
Yeah, fortunately, right?
8 years, yeah.
This is your grand performance,
It's my
right?
first time here, yeah.
So how did you prepare differently for the World Barista Championship compared to your national championships?
Yeah, I changed totally the routine. In my national, I will use also just one coffee. And now I decide to use 3 coffee to make like a flavor experience with the judges. And was my dream, no? In my mind. And then we find this new technique to the particle distribution of the coffee. So I decide to study and improve the knowledge about this drink, this method, and then we change totally.
Yeah, I think a few competitors this week have really demonstrated. I'm seeing a few themes here. One of them, lactic acid processing of coffee, encouraging strong sweetness in coffee. Another is just really particle size manipulation, making sure that you can control the extraction as much as possible then too.
Yeah, it's another variable, no?
Absolutely.
That you have.
Well done. How is specialty coffee in Italy?
It starts to be good.
Yeah?
It starts to be good, yeah.
Italians don't like to change, do they?
Yeah.
Anyone that you want to thank, Davide?
Especially big thanks to my family that is here, all my family. And then my amazing team that now is inside. So, Pier Paolo Matteo, my lovely girlfriend, and then all the people that come here to see me. Thank you very much.
Wonderful job. Give it up for Italy, folks. Thank you so much.
All right, last but not least, from Switzerland, Mathieu Tiss. Give an applause, please. On station 3. For me, it really looked like you enjoyed yourself up there. Am I right?
Absolutely. I really enjoyed it. The idea was to take risk, really take a lot of pleasure on stage. And
We saw
yeah,
that.
that's what I did.
was definitely visible. All right, so I saw a lot of crowd up there for you. They were cheering very loud. That was very nice. I can imagine that it gives you wings, right? When you have a team like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Really, it's an amazing community in Switzerland. Specialty coffee is growing, but we all know each other. And it's actually not only from Zurich, where I'm from, but it's from different city as well. So now it's super nice to have all the Swiss there. Thank you, guys.
So tell us a little bit about your girlfriend. Where is she? Because you seem to change every other year, right?
Wow.
Then she, then you, then she. No.
Okay.
Let's bring her down here. Let's talk to her
Where is
about
she at the
this.
moment?
Where is Amy? I don't know where is Amy. No, she's amazing. She's my coach. She supports me. Obviously we're a girlfriend boyfriend, so it's we're also business partners. So we're 24 hours together.
Yeah.
She's an amazing person, and really I wouldn't be here if it was for her. So really, thank you very much.
Wow. Gives me goosebumps when you say that.
Yep.
Is there anyone you want to thank in particular next to Amy? Maybe
Yeah,
someone
so
else?
this year I've asked Ben Put to coach me as well, and really helped me tremendously. And I also had the entire family, so Tara and Malcolm. So really, thank you very much, guys. You're lovely.
Hey, well done.
Thank you so much for being here, and
Excellent.
thank you all.
Yeah. Thank you,
And
gentlemen.
give it
Go
up one
enjoy
more
yourselves.
time.
Go grab a drink in the back, or 5 or 10, and we'll see the live ranking here show up on the screen. I think we have some friends that are going to join us here on this stage.
Oh, there they are. You look
Hi.
fabulous, you both. All right, so it's time to pass on the microphone. Okay. It's not going. Okay.
I think we have a very, very tough pair to follow here, Frida.
Yeah.
I'm quite frightened.
Are you?
Yeah. I mean, two giants of MCs. So, hello to everybody at home. Hello to everybody in the audience. My name is Stephen Layton, and I'm from the UK.
My name is Frida. I'm from Taiwan, but I'm based in UK as well.
So we've got a bit of a British thing going on here, haven't
A little
we?
bit, or American accent from mine,
Yeah.
or Chinglish.
Kind of anti-Brexit crew we are here.
Oh, yeah.
Here in Europe, celebrating some of the world's finest baristas. And
For sure.
Have you seen any of the show so far?
Not really. Well, I saw UK,
Yeah.
and Josh Harrow did a really good job.
Yeah, no, I've been really impressed with the quality, but we should get on to our introductions.
Yeah, let's do
So
it.
we have some more baristas to present to you. Competitor 49, competing for Belarus, Daria Pinchuk.
Yoo-hoo! And I got competitor 50, number 50, at station 2, I believe, from Romania. And his name is Adrian Gabriel Avasilka! Woohoo! I'm trying my best.
And the competitor representing Brazil for Team Tampa, it's Tiago Sabino! So those station numbers are really important. If you wish to watch competitor number 49, it's on station 1. For station 2, it's Adrian from Romania. And then we have Tiago on station 3 from Brazil. So without further ado, let's go to our first competitor.
What's behind the coffee?
The machine you choose defines what you can do with coffee.
If you want to be big, you need to work with big people.
Learn about the champions.
Explore yourself.
Give everything in a simple coffee cup.
2 days with their head full of new knowledge.
Champions Hub is motivation for me.
Champion Hubs is amazing.
Amazing, amazing.
In this trip, we drink some very great coffee. It can be fruity, aromatic. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
But I think this actually changed my opinion of Brazilian coffee. We really think the light coffee to be able to like gather all these nice farmers together and also provide such great trip.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a fantastic trip.
what's behind the coffee.
The machine you choose defines what you can do with coffee.
If you want to be big, you need to work with big people.
Learn about the champions.
Explore yourself.
Give everything in a simple coffee cup.
2 days with their head full of new knowledge.
Champions Hub is motivation for me.
Champion Hubs is amazing.
Amazing.